Jungkook's peace shattered again. Shocking new report reveals another attempted break-in at BTS star's home. There are moments when fame feels like a curse disguised as a crown, and for Jungkook of BTS, that curse has struck again. Seoul awoke today to another disturbing headline: a second attempted break-in at the global superstar's private residence, reigniting the urgent conversation about the price of fame, privacy, and safety for one of the world's most beloved idols. What was supposed to be a quiet, peaceful chapter in Jungkook's life after completing his military service has once again been shaken by fear. At first, fans didn't believe it. "It can't be true," one fan tweeted as the news spread. But as reports from Seoul's Yongsan District Police confirmed that an unidentified woman was detained near Jungkook's luxury apartment complex late last night, disbelief turned to outrage. According to security personnel, the suspect was seen loitering near the building's private entrance for hours before attempting to access a restricted gate around 11:48 p.m. Korea Standard Time. The timing, eerily similar to a previous incident in 2024 involving a woman who claimed to be just trying to see him, is now drawing global attention and renewed anxiety among ARMY, the millions who have long feared for Jungkook's safety. The news comes at a time when Jungkook should be celebrating peace. Just months ago, he proudly finished his military service alongside his BTS brothers, closing one of the most emotional chapters in the group's journey. It was supposed to be a season of calm, a time to rebuild, reflect, and prepare for the highly anticipated BTS reunion expected in 2026. Instead, Jungkook is once again confronting the same nightmare that has haunted him for years: the invasion of his most personal space. Fans still remember the live broadcast from December 2024, when Jungkook addressed the world with an uncharacteristically firm tone, his usual soft laughter replaced by quiet frustration. "Please don't come to my home," he pleaded then. "It's dangerous. It's my personal space. I hope you can understand." That heartfelt appeal was supposed to be the end of it, a line drawn clearly between love and obsession. But last night proved that line continues to be crossed, and this time, it might have gone too far. Authorities have yet to reveal whether the intruder intended harm or was merely an overzealous fan. But what makes this case even more unsettling is how calculated it seems. Police sources told reporters that the woman had been spotted multiple times near the area in recent weeks, wearing disguises and reportedly following delivery trucks into the gated complex. When confronted, she reportedly mentioned Jungkook by name and refused to leave the premises, claiming "he knows me." The details remain under investigation, but sources close to Big Hit Music confirmed that the label is reviewing additional security protocols and may consider relocating Jungkook temporarily until the case is resolved. This is not an isolated incident. It's a symptom of something deeper. The relentless obsession surrounding K-pop idols has created a dangerous culture in which admiration blurs into intrusion. For Jungkook, who has spent half his life in the spotlight, this constant tension between love and violation has become a painful reality. His Seoul home, meant to be a sanctuary after years of schedules, tours, and global scrutiny, now feels more like a fortress under siege. Ironically, the break-in reports surfaced just as Jungkook was trending globally for a completely different reason. Earlier this week, he was ranked number 4 on the top 100 most handsome faces of K-pop 2025, a recognition that once again solidified his position as one of the most admired figures in Asia. Fans across continents celebrated his ranking, flooding social media with congratulations and throwback clips of his most iconic performances. The list, dominated by BTS members even during their military hiatus, highlighted how deeply their influence still runs through the veins of global pop culture. But amid the glamour and applause, a darker truth looms. Beauty, fame, and admiration have become the very things that endanger him. The timing of the incident couldn't be more symbolic. The K-pop industry is undergoing a new transformation in 2025. The debut of AHOF, a rookie group whose EP, Who We Are, sold over 369,000 copies in its first week, has stirred renewed interest in the idol system. With their meteoric rise, many industry insiders are calling them the next BTS. Yet Jungkook's situation reminds everyone that behind the glitter of fame lies an unforgiving reality. For every chart-topping song and award, there is an idol sleeping with the lights on, wondering if they'll wake up to a knock on the door. Or worse, the sound of a lock turning. South Korea's entertainment world, often celebrated for its precision and polish, has long struggled with the darker side of fandom. Laws exist to protect celebrities, but enforcement remains a gray area. The 2020 revision to the Military Service Act, which allowed BTS members to defer enlistment until the age of 30, was a rare example of the government recognizing their cultural contribution. But when it comes to protecting idols from stalkers and break-ins, there's still an unsettling silence. How many incidents will it take before stricter anti-stalking measures are implemented? How many more times will an artist have to plead publicly just to feel safe in their own home? For Jungkook, this latest invasion is another painful reminder that the world never stops watching, even when he's begging for space. The irony of his situation is cruel. When he stands on stage, millions scream his name in adoration. When he tries to live quietly, that same adoration becomes the force that drives strangers to his doorstep. The fine line between love and obsession collapses, and the price is his peace. Big Hit Music has yet to release an official statement regarding this new break-in attempt, but sources close to the company suggest that a press response is being drafted. One insider hinted that Jungkook has been visibly shaken but remains cooperative with authorities. Another source noted that the company plans to pursue the strongest possible legal actions against anyone attempting to breach his privacy. Fans have rallied in solidarity, trending hashtags like #ProtectJungkook and #LetHimRestInPeace within hours of the news breaking. Many expressed heartbreak, recalling how Jungkook once described his home as the only place where I can finally breathe. This incident also revives haunting memories of his earlier struggles with privacy violations. In April 2024, a woman in her 40s was caught trying to enter Jungkook's home, an event that prompted the company to heighten surveillance and restrict visitor access to the building. Following that episode, Jungkook took a hiatus from personal live streams, citing a need for mental recovery. "I just want to live quietly for a while," he said back then, a wish that, sadly, the world has refused to grant him. What makes this case particularly tragic is that Jungkook's recent months had been full of promise. His ranking in the top 100 handsome faces wasn't just a superficial accolade. It symbolized the enduring love fans have for him despite his time away from military service. His solo career before enlistment had broken records on streaming platforms. His voice had become the sound of a generation, blending vulnerability and strength. Yet, even as he tried to step away from the spotlight, it followed him home. Uninvited, in the larger context of South Korean pop culture, Jungkook's ordeal reflects an uncomfortable truth. The idol industry feeds a level of intimacy that audiences have mistaken for ownership. The more accessible idols become, the less private their lives are allowed to be. Fans know their birthdays, their pets, their favorite restaurants, even their apartment layouts. All details shared innocently through vlogs and live streams that were meant to connect, not to expose. What began as connection has morphed into surveillance. The question now isn't whether Jungkook can rebuild his peace. It's whether he'll ever truly be left alone long enough to find it. Every camera, every flash, every chance encounter near his residence adds another layer of fear. And yet, even through the chaos, Jungkook remains the same symbol of resilience he has always been. His silence in the face of invasion is not weakness. It's a reflection of grace under pressure, a refusal to let fear define him. AS fans continue to flood social media with words of support, and as police tighten investigations, one can't help but wonder what the cost of global adoration truly is. When you are loved by millions, does privacy even exist anymore? When every corner of your life is a stage, where can you hide? The world will keep watching this story unfold, and Jungkook will keep living under the spotlight he never asked for at home. His peace has been shattered again, and the echoes of this invasion will linger long after the news cycle moves on. But the questions it raises about fame, safety, and the fragility of human boundaries will haunt the industry for years to come. For now, Seoul stands still again, waiting for answers, hoping for justice, and praying for one thing above all: that Jungkook can finally close his door, and this time, lock it against the world. As the investigation deepens, new details surrounding the attempted break-in at Jungkook's home continue to emerge, and each revelation paints an increasingly alarming picture of just how unsafe the world's biggest pop stars can be, even in the comfort of their own homes. Early this morning, local news outlets reported that the suspect, a woman in her late 30s, had been following Jungkook's movements online for several months prior to the incident. Police confirmed that she was found in possession of a notebook filled with Jungkook's past schedules, concert photos, and even a hand-drawn map of his apartment complex. Investigators are now probing whether this was an isolated act or part of a broader pattern of stalker behavior that has targeted not only Jungkook but other members of BTS in recent years. What chills many fans to the bone is how eerily methodical the intruder seemed to be. She reportedly arrived at the scene hours before midnight, wearing a plain black hoodie and surgical mask, common attire in Seoul, making her nearly unnoticeable. Witnesses claim she waited near the security entrance, pretending to be on her phone. The complex's CCTV footage shows her pacing repeatedly near the intercom, pressing random buttons before being approached by security guards. When confronted, she allegedly said she was waiting for a friend, and later mentioned Jungkook's name directly. That single word was enough to send alarm bells ringing. Jungkook's management has declined to make a public appearance or comment directly, but multiple insiders have described the singer as deeply unsettled yet composed. One staff member, who spoke under anonymity, said that Jungkook doesn't want to cause panic but feels disappointed and drained. The insider added, "He's someone who values peace. When he's not working, he loves being at home, reading, cooking, or working on songs. But right now, even that peace feels stolen." This emotional toll is something longtime fans have seen coming. For years, Jungkook has expressed how sacred his private time is. His home is not just a place to rest, it's his retreat from the chaos of fame. But in an industry where idols' lives are hyper-documented and endlessly consumed, boundaries are often forgotten. Even the simplest details, like the interior of his house glimpsed in a live stream or the window view behind him, can become clues for obsessive fans determined to locate him. The fan culture in K-pop, while filled with love and passion, has often veered into dangerously intrusive territory. The existence of sasaengs, or obsessive fans who follow idols' every move, has plagued the industry for decades. They buy flight information to sit beside idols on planes, rent apartments near their homes, and even intercept mail and packages. BTS, despite their unprecedented fame and resources, have not been immune to this dark side of devotion. Over the years, several incidents involving unwanted visits, leaked addresses, and even hacking attempts have tested the patience and emotional strength of both the group and their agency. This particular break-in attempt carries an added layer of pain because it occurred during what should have been a calm after the storm. With BTS completing their mandatory military service by mid-2025, fans were eagerly anticipating the dawn of a new era. The long-awaited reunion, rumored comeback projects, and a renewed sense of brotherhood among the 7 members. Jungkook, known for his discipline and artistic ambition, had reportedly been spending quiet days at home working on music demos. He wanted time to create, not to look over his shoulder, said another industry insider. Now, that dream of calm seems more distant than ever. And as this story dominates headlines across South Korea, the irony is sharp. Jungkook's face, once again hailed as one of the top 100 most handsome faces of K-pop 2025, is now plastered on news reports about the invasion of his privacy. The world that admires him for his beauty and talent also seems to be the one stripping him of the most basic right, to feel safe. Meanwhile, the rise of AHF, the rookie group that debuted just this summer and already achieved over 369,000 in first-week sales, has brought back memories of BTS's own early days. As media outlets draw parallels between the new group's explosive success and BTS's legendary trajectory, Jungkook's situation serves as a stark warning to this new generation of idols. The fame they dream of, the global recognition they chase, comes with a hidden cost that few are truly prepared for.